Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to my channel, my crafty friends. This is Tanya inside Give Crafts, coming to you today with a challenge accepted. My friend Navasha and I are in a group, and someone posted this darling picture of these paper sewing machines that she made. Now, mind you, she followed a tutorial. They're beautiful. She even posted the link, or somebody posted a link. And they're super cute. And we were kind of joking along, and I told her, you know, we should make one for each other without watching a video and see what we can come up with. And she thinks I'm crazy. I probably am, but I told her I'm going to figure out how to do it without a video. And I'm going to film it. So you guys, here we are. And challenge accepted. And I'm going to make up a little sewing machine little thing for her. And you guys get to watch my frustration and how I figure it out. So welcome. Good luck to me. So I have not... Let me rephrase that. I watched a video. No, actually I didn't. I saw somebody making one. I think a video popped up on my YouTube one time, and I was watching somebody make part of one or talking about it, and I didn't watch it, so I don't know how to do this any other way than the way I'm going to figure out today. So anyway, she is a sewer, and I'm going to make a black one, Navasha, because I don't have bright colors in cardstock that are going to last. What? Ooh, you know what? Maybe I do. Do I have a color you'd really like? I don't think so. I think I'm going to stick with black because I'm thinking it's going to not look like an old-fashioned one, but the colors I have are funky, and I don't think that's going to look nice. So I'm going to stick with black today, just because it's what I have and that I think will look nice. So, okay, here I got these boxes from my sister-in-law Michelle at Crafty Ruse Michelle Summer. She sent me these cute little boxes, so I'm going to use this as my base, Navasha. I hope that's not considered cheating, but I'm cheating on that part. So I'm going to use this as my base. Okay, so here we go. I have an idea that I think will work. I think. But actually, I'm going to start with a piece of copy paper to try and make myself a pattern so I don't waste my cardstock. So let's try this. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. First of all, let's measure this box so I only have a strip. So this is going to be about 2.5 inches. So I'm going to cut this at 2.5 inches. So I hope you guys are doing great. This is going to be a fun challenge for me, a little different, but I love figuring these things out anyway, so use my little one, it'll be easier. Okay, and I'm thinking if I use center, mind you, I will be using cardstock, so these will stand up a little bit taller, but I don't need it that tall, probably about here. So I think if I cut an inch from each end, so this is 5.5 inches, so I'm going to go to 4.5 inches, which of course this little cutter is not going to show me that way. Okay, hang on a second. Oh, I can do it this way. I'm fussing, aren't I? Am I fussing or stalling? I don't know. 4.5. see if that's a little closer. Kind of just guesstimating because I don't really know. I think that's still going to be too tall. But I was thinking about putting another little slidey box in the top, so that might work. You think? What do you guys think? Tell me, tell me, tell me. But if I do another slidey box, here's what I'm going to have to do. It's going to need a lid, so let's pull this over this way. I'm going to try. Let's see, right about here. I'm just eyeballing things, so there's no measurements here. Pull this here. I think that would be a good height for a sewing machine because that'll be the space out of it. And then with this side, it's almost to that line right there. Almost exactly. So I'll just use that line. This side, I can fold this over and then have a little lip here. This is just an example. I don't know if this measurements will fit or not. Let's see here. Straight. So this is going to have to be, about 1.5 inches. Doesn't matter if I fold this way. See what I'm going for here? I'm going to make this the lid to the box. I have to even up my sides. And I'm going to have to cut these. Okay. I'm not explaining it very well because I'm still thinking it through. Okay, I think we're good to go though. I think this will work. This can actually be folded just a little bit more. So this is what I'm coming up with. But I'm going to have to put a bottom to that box. So okay, I got this, I think. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to fold this way. Remember, this is just my guide. This is just a pattern I'm making up right now. My sewing machine has to fit between these two spaces. And between, this is the base, I just folded it in half, so this is the base down here. And then my sewing machine has to fit in here, so it would look something like, and it's going to have to be square if I'm going to have boxes in it. And it's going to have to be sturdy too. Okay, so something like that. Maybe a little bit thicker here. Let's try a little bit thicker. Okay, and the reason I folded it in half because this back side has to be like that too. So let's see what happens if I cut that. I'm so nervous to cut it. Okay, so here's what, wait, hang on a second. So it'll be like that. Oh, I'm glad I didn't cut it yet because I didn't leave any space because I would have cut it off on the box. Okay, that won't work. Because technically, this is my base right here where the box is. So my line has to go up here. Let's go here. Now I could watch a video and see how that turns out, but you know, what fun would that be? Okay, so that would be my sewing machine. Okay, and I'm gonna cover the box with paper first anyway, so it'll already be covered, so I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, I think that'll work. It's gonna be a tiny box. And there's probably a better way to do that box, but yeah, here we are. Oops, that's the lid. I need to cut from this section right here. We'll try it this way and we'll perfect it later. Boop. Okay, so this will cut my front and back piece to be the same. And this is, remember, this is the lid, so it'll go this way. Okay, I'm not worried about the sides yet, but that's gonna hold. I'm looking for the design first, and then I can go back on and do the rest of it. This is going to be a lid to a box that goes up here. All right, so now what? Now we need, I don't know. I'm going to need a piece of paper that's going to cover this side and finish that box off. I don't think I need a guide for that, though. I think we can. You know, the interesting thing, though, is if I make a guide now, I'll have a whole pattern and can just cut it out if I start taping things together. Okay, so let's do that. The box is, I probably already measured this out with you, but I forget these things. 2.5 inches long. How big is this piece? This is about 3/4 inch. Paper. What did I say? 2.5 inches? What am I cutting? My brain. I have not been crafting enough, you guys. I said 2.5. That's not right. All right, let's see here. Now, if you're following along, I'm sure your box is, I mean, you'd have to have the box the same size, so my measurements don't really matter at this point. For y'all, for me to make it work, it absolutely does. Look at that, it's perfect. That worked out nice. Okay, and then I need to fold this right here. There we go. Navasha, I must like you. my goodness. This is fun though. I enjoy challenges. Okay. So that will cover that. I don't need the bottom piece on there, but you know. So that will cover that completely. This one I don't have to cover completely because I'm going to cover the drawer with black cardstock, so it's the same color. I'm just going to put a piece over. That's my cheat. See, if I just made the drawer that color, or just made the box, then I wouldn't have to worry about that, but I didn't. So here's what I'm thinking. See, I know I'm making this out of copy paper right now, but if I actually tape it and glue this, I'll have the whole pattern piece, and then I can just cut it out of the black. I don't need this. Wait, did I measure? I just want to make sure I measure that, or pick the right side here. Which side is the right one? Okay, so I can cut this one. I don't need that piece. And where's my glue? I feel kind of silly gluing this part, but it makes complete sense to do it this way. Because then later when I cut it out of my black paper, I've got a pattern already made. And this box came with 3 friends, so I can make 4 of them. All right, so here's what we got so far. See what I'm saying? So we've got this part is gonna go over the box, and then this is gonna be, yep, okay. So it's gonna wrap up just like this. And then I've got these 2, and then I've got the top box here. Now I'm gonna have to do a piece in the front. And I actually have to do some tabs on this too, because these are gonna have to glue down. So I'm gonna put some tabs on here. They'll need to be the length. They will need to be like that. Did I do that right? Gosh, I hope I did that right. I keep rethinking myself, and I apologize. Yep, that's where I want it. Remember, I'm just making the pattern right now. I want to fold these out that seam right there. Lighten that a little bit. Okay, so here we've got this part. This is going to go like this, and I put those tabs on so that this has something to glue to. Except something happened here on this side. How strange is that? This side did not cut the same. The back did not cut the same. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind when I cut the actual. Okay, so I've got this little box thing that my other box can slip into, and I can just glue that in. That's weird. Well, I'm gonna have to fix it though because I don't want to accidentally cut it out wrong. So let's fold. I bet that's not in half. I bet that's what's wrong. What did I do? Let's put this to that seam. We're gonna fix it right now, remember? We're just making, yeah, look, I don't know how I did that. How did I not notice? Okay, well, let's glue this piece in. We'll recut that, no problem. No problem at all. Glad I caught it now. Okay, make sure my seams, or my folds are at the same spot because this should be the same on both sides. This side is okay, so yeah, very odd. They didn't come out the same. Okay, that should have fixed it. And if not, we'll try again. Yep, looks good. Okay, so that'll go there, that'll go there. Goes there, so that closes. Oh, I need tabs on this end too to close that box. That fit. It will fit just right. Need a tab there, but maybe not like that, maybe like that. And a tab on this side. I won't cut it exactly like that. When I make it in the cardstock, I'll make it a little more. I'll make it straighter, but for now, it doesn't matter. So those will go in so that this will have something to glue to. And, I mean, they'll glue to the box anyway. Look, all closed in just like that. All right, it's coming along, you guys. This is working out. Okay, and then we've got, of course, the closure on here. So now I need a piece that goes here. And it's going to be a separate piece because I've already got this closure on here. I got to cover that. So I think I'm going to use a separate piece that goes up here and glue that. But I need to also create the box that goes up at the top first. And I'm hoping I can make it strong enough to put something in there. I think I'm at a place right now, well, no, hang on. I'm at a place right now where I think I can start making this with the black cardstock. And then I'm like, no, I'm chicken, I can't do it. All right, so but I think I'm going to because I want to see how this lays out. Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go. So here's my pattern so far. As crazy as it looks, this is working. This is working. So how can I do this without messing it up? Okay. I guess I'm just going to draw on it. Does it show? Can I see it? Yeah. Oops, that's okay. Are you guys as nervous as I am? Probably not. Let's see how this goes. So I'm supposed to be working today. I'll go in a while. I wanted to do this first. So today I am doing this first. And I'll use different scissors here. I think I'll be happier. So you guys can probably tell I've never done this before. It's probably pretty obvious. I'll cut those gaps out in a second, make it easier to handle here. There we go. All right, almost there. It's so quiet in here this morning, it's kind of nice. We've got a sunny day out. Okay. Now I gotta get my folds in here. Okay, here we go. That's gonna be the hard part, isn't it? Not really, because that goes all the way. Let's see if I can use this to help me out. So it's gonna go from the corner all the way down. But how do I know this is straight? How do I know it's straight? I mean, I guess I could just lay this on here and pray. I don't know. I don't know. How do I do it? I have an idea. Let's try this. Maybe this will help. Maybe this will work. This is just my foam squishy pad to make flowers. I'm thinking it might have enough give if I do it this way, that it might at least crease it so that I can see where the line is. Look at that. It worked. Okay, just in case I need to maneuver that a little bit or manipulate it, I'm not gonna do a deep fold on it yet. Just in case. Okay, let's do the same thing here. And while we're at it, do the same thing here. And the same thing here, and I'm going to make this a little bit wider than I did because I think it was a little bit too wide, or not wide enough, something. I know what I mean. All right, let's see how that goes. Because if I can get this attached to my box, it'll be a little easier to work with. I think this is the base for my pattern, the base part, and I think the rest is just going to be made up as I go along. So I forgot one or two. Okay, let's do these ones this way. This one, and this one. These are easy to see, but the fold helps. Score helps. There we go. All right. That was great. That was awesome. And you know, I really don't even need that box in there, do I? Because I really just made my own. All I need is the slidey part, which might work better. Look at that. We're halfway there. Okay. Okay. Curious. Okay. That got a little nip out of the front of that. I don't need that box in there. All right, I'm gonna glue this together because I can. Holy cannoli. You guys, this is working. This is so cool. So cool. Did I do that right? I did. I'm just being silly. Okay. So I really didn't need the box. But, well, I did because I needed to figure this out. I needed it for that, but I don't need it inside of here. I can actually make a little slidey to go in there, and it'll be perfect. Remember, this is going to be the lid of another second box. Let's do that. So I can't glue that one there. But what I do need to do is I've got to put it back on it. So I'm going to have to put a piece up here. and it's going to have the tabs on the side to hold it. So that's just about the right perfect width and everything right there, and height, which it should be because that's what I used. All right, so well, it couldn't be more crooked, could it? Let's see what we've got here. See if I really can use this piece. I could, but here's the thing, is that I should have, I still need those tabs, so that's not going to work. I have to cut it different. Actually, I have to cut it with the tabs on it. So I want to go, it's okay though. What size is this? I don't need this to measure. 2 inches by 2 3/4. So we'll add a quarter to the width. So we'll do 2.5 by 2 3/4. I think that'll be better. Goodness. Oh, sorry, kitty. I scared her. 2.5 by 2 3/4. I need a 1/4 inch on each edge. It still looks crooked, doesn't it? How did I measure that? It's so off. Okay, that's hilarious. My box is 3/4 thick, so I can actually, oh, that's not what I meant to do. The reason I did that is because I don't need this part right here. Why does that look so much different? That's why. I love this ruler, but with the cork on the bottom, I wish it slid a little better sometimes. There, that bottom one. There we go. That was way off. Would have been a little mad at myself. Okay, that should be better that way. But it's still going to be too tall, which is fine. I can cut. I'm still going to cut that. See how that's just gonna fit right in there. Maybe. This looks still a little bit too wide, doesn't it? I'll take just a sliver off this top. Hopefully I don't go too far. Let's try that. A lot of this stuff is trial and error till you figure it out. I mean, it's just paper. Just paper. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with this side. Being too wide. This side's lining up just fine. Weird. Okay, so but what I'm finding out is because of that, it needs to be scored in just a little more. So let's go right there instead. Let's see if that works better. Well, it's gonna have to because I just did it. But I think it will. I think it will. And then I need to go ahead and notch that back out. That's better, but it's still too long up here. This is going to take forever. I'm just kidding, it's not. Once we get this part done, it'll still be smooth sailing. Should be. Oops, that's perfect on that side. Let's see here. This one side just does not want to work with me here. And I don't know why. I think I know why. I think my score is too low. I think that I measured that incorrectly. I think that these sides are not even. That's what it is. All right, but that's fine. That's fine. We are going to change that score line because this side fits perfect. This side needs to come up to here. Where did I mark it? Doggone. Okay, so like another 1/4 inch, I think. Believe it or not, all that fuss